Welcome back to the deck build series where I'm building a deck for my in-laws, which that wasn't clear enough, that's Molly's parents. After finding major rot, we ripped out the old deck and poured over 3,000 pounds of concrete ourselves for the new foundation. So let's hop into the
build plan.
Step 1 is figuring out how in the world we're gonna attach this deck to the concrete we already poured. Step 2, we gotta build some 24-foot long beams to support the entire floor of this deck. I know, sound a little crazy, but I got a plan. And step 3 is we have to install 66 floor joists and over 120 pieces of blocking. Oh, and one last thing, Molly, we gonna have to do an icy run at some point.
Of course.
So let's get started.
Ears.
Yeah, I might need some ears. One down, like 18 more to go.
What the?
Oh yeah, you definitely just made a rookie mistake. Was I in reverse that whole time?
I don't know.
I think I was in reverse. I don't know how that was working. Yep, remember we already established that. It works in reverse. It works way better not in reverse.
No, I'm
I only brought one battery.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's really hot, so maybe it's not fully out of battery. It just needs to cool off. Smack her on in there, Terry.
Oh.
Goodness. Oh, goodness.
Oh. I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
All right.
I'm out of breath.
Goodness. Voila.
One final thing before we get to start cutting some wood, and that is leveling all the dirt out and make sure all the water doesn't pull up where we don't want it to. Does that make sense?
Time has come to start framing, and the first thing we need to do is we need to create some beams which are going to sit inside of these little metal brackets and what's going to support the entire floor. So let's head over to the lumber stack, pop some bands, and start cutting boards.
Lots of work. Let's go.
Molly, wouldn't it be nice if we could just snap our fingers and have a beam done?
I mean, yeah.
One could wish, right? Well, dang!
That was easy.
We should do that more often.
Oh gosh. Yeah? We didn't think that one through.
Yeah, Pops, what you up to today? Well, I got a really fun, enjoyable thing going on over here at Molly's parents' house. You know, I think you would love to come over. It's like a party. Yeah, there's lots of Mountain Dew. You can wear your Jordans. Yep. All right, we'll see you in a second. Thanks. Hey, Pops.
What kind of party is this?
Well, the party, you arrived a little early. I really meant the party's tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But while you're here,
Yeah.
can you help us pick up this beam? It's really light. It's made out of styrofoam.
Really? All right, I'll help.
All right, appreciate it. Huh? You've got nothing? Yours is going all the way to the wall, Mom. Alright.
207 1/4. 223 1/4.
2. We just got back from lunch, and thanks from the help from Pops, we got all 3 of our floor beams in and all the hangers nailed in, and Dylan is already going ahead and starting cutting the floor joist. And so hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have a floor.
We always surprise ourselves on projects like this. I mean, we just knocked all those out in like 20 minutes, but then right at the end of cutting them all, I had to run inside and go feed Owen. I kind of started bringing them over here. I thought I'd feel macho if I brought 2 at a time, which is cool until the end when I was left with 3 awkwardly, so I tried to carry 3 over here, and that was a little too much. But can you guys spam the comments with like, go Molly, you're doing a great job, because she is an absolute awesome mom. She is literally inside, hot and sweaty, feeding little Owen. She's gonna come right back out here and get to work in this 95-degree weather and not complain for a second. She's truly amazing. Look, told you, there she is right there.
What?
Get to work. Toss them in. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
True.
Tell you what, this thing right here is worth its weight in gold. Holy moly.
Let me get ears, I forgot.
I just messed up.
How?
I should have done this one first. I'm not gonna be able to get to that. Ain't no way I'm getting to that thing. Close one.
That was a close call.
The only thing crazier than the cost of all this metal hardware we're installing is the email that I got from today's sponsor, Incogni. You know, the kind that make you just want to pace around if you're like me. Well, I got one of those, and it said, "We found your information. Can you please verify?" It asked me if I recognized an address that was associated with my name. And lo and behold, this address was the address of Molly and I's first ever workshop back in 2016. What makes this so crazy is that was a cash, month-to-month rent. So how in the world did that information end up online? I have absolutely no idea. What does that actually matter? Well, here's what all these broker, scammer people want to do with your information. They want to build as complete of a profile as humanly possible for you, because that brings the highest dollar, no matter what the highest bidder wants to do with that information. And this is why I love Incogni, because all you have to do is sign up and they do all the heavy lifting for you. They ask you a handful of questions to get started, and then they go out and they find all these data broker sites and lists where your information is being collected, and they don't just ask nicely for them to remove it. They keep going back and back and back, and they'll even keep you updated on the progress of that too. I went ahead and signed up the entire family using their family plan, and if you would like to do the same, you can actually get 60% off their annual plan by going to incogni.com/Woodbrew and using code Woodbrew at checkout. They also have a 30-day risk-free trial, so you literally have nothing to lose here. Go check it out. There's links in the description below. Thanks Incogni for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to it.
Not too shabby.
Molly, it's hot, Molly.
I know. My eyelids are sweating.
Oh, gosh. I don't even have words this. Put me down. That was a super successful day. I'm very happy with that. It's looking amazing. We're calling it quits early today. It's my mom's birthday, so we're gonna go get some dinner. See you guys in the morning.
It is now the next morning. We finally got out here early at a decent hour, and we have a lot to do today because it is supposed to rain later today and throughout the weekend, but it's also Friday, so we kind of just don't want to work on the weekend. We need to get this section squared off and screwed down, bolted down to our concrete footings, and then we have the whole rest of the deck to do today.
Measurement we're looking for is 301.
Oh.
My tape measure only goes to 300.
Yeah.
I gotta put me an extra mark on there. About right there. Alright, let's see where we're at. Oh, and also that's a little short, so you gotta do that. We're really close. Time to find out if our math was mathing, Molly. How are we looking?
Pretty spot on.
Really?
Yeah.
You said pretty though. That's a hesitation. Is it dang nuts or not?
That's pretty.
Dead nuts or not dang nuts?
Dang nuts.
Is it dead nuts or not?
Yeah. Dead nuts.
That's what I'm talking about. It's time for the internet's favorite tip for building decks, and that's to put joist tape on top of the joist, which is really all it is butyl tape. At least the good stuff is butyl tape. And what that means is that when you nail your deck boards down, it like seals around the nail, so you don't get a lot of water penetration into the top of your joist, which means that you're probably going to get a lot longer lifespan. It's one of the few times that I think the internet's like, you know, must-have tip is actually a pretty good one and not just a waste of money. But I will tell you what's a waste of money: buying the name brand stuff, because it's twice the price. So I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to find some that's half the price, because all it is butyl tape. That's it. They might call it something fancy, but it's just butyl tape.
I'm guessing you got the fraction of the cost one.
Well, yeah. This was 90 bucks for the whole deck, I think, versus over 200 for the name brand stuff.
Yeah. My grip is going, you better.
Killing me, Smalls. Okay, you can set it down. I really think you could probably even save even more money if you literally just bought butyl tape. But I did buy stuff that was marketed to me as deck joist deck joist tape.
Dylan, if we manage to get all these in before it rains, I'll go get you an icy. I will drive you to go get you an icy.
Lock it in. Put on the afterburners. Kind of want to share with you guys this detail that I'm doing for the bottom step. I have this PVC 1x2 material. It's textured on one side, smooth on the other. And I'm nailing it to the bottom of each of the deck joists with the textured side facing up so that if moisture gets under here, it has a escape path. We're gonna have to figure that out later.
That might be a hammer it in.
Huh?
Hammer it in.
It's gonna be hard to get a hammer in there. We're gonna use some screws.
Hey.
A little right angle attachment.
Dylan just handed me his phone with all of these measurements that we have to cut twice. I thought we were done, and it's about to rain. So we gotta do all of this pretty freaking quickly.
Just finished off the last of the blocking here on the bottom step. Also got all of the blocking in on top of that beam. That helps those joists from not, rolling over. Also add some strength. We still have got to do blocking here and over there. But Molly, she has started cleaning up while I was finishing that up, which I'm pretty sure means that we're done for the day. So we're gonna have to get back on this another time. It's a real rainy Saturday. I have been trying to knock out all of the blocking, and I get out here, get set up, and start working, and then it pours on me. But I got about 99% of all the blocking done on the deck, which is awesome. And it feels really good because it's one of the last steps before we can add in our decking. I think this deck is looking pretty awesome and stout for sure, but I'm gonna snap a photo and send it to Pops and see what he has to say. I'm sure it's going to be something along the lines of like, cool, good deal, something like that. Or maybe just a simple, nice. Well, Pops left me on red, which is brutal. I don't know if he's still just a little upset that we didn't in fact have a jort-wearing Mountain Dew party over here and we just sort of coerced him into lifting a beam, but yeah, left me on red.